Welcome. I'm Bernice Ross, the CEO and President of Brokerage Up and RealEstateCoach.com.
And my name is Greg McDaniel. I'm the co-host and co-founder of the wildly famous and successful podcast, Real Estate Uncensored. But today, Bernice and I come to you as Real Estate Coach Uncensored.
So, Greg, we have a great show today. It's called How to Stay in Front of Your Clients This Holiday Season. So, Greg, what's number one?
Number one is going to be send out cards. Now, this is something that really astonished me when I first saw this, because this, guys, was my first card I ever saw, and that is me on the front of the card, and it absolutely staggered me. And then one of my friends got me involved with them, and I love it to the point that you can be so hypersensitive to your clients and your past clients and your friends and your family and everything else. My dear good friend sent me this. This is the cockpit of a new Malibu boat that I really wanted, and I posted on Facebook. And then she went further and she actually put the entire picture of the boat with a little note in there. And it got my attention about that quickly. You know, my grandparents, God rest their souls, you can send something like that out to them. The thing is about, send out cards, you can make everything incredibly, personalized, so that no matter what. So if you're on Facebook, you're on Instagram, you're on LinkedIn, whatever it's going to be, you can grab a photo of something or of them or their family, or something they like the boat I posted there, and then turn it into a card and say, hey Bernice, I saw the boat, looks amazing. I'll bring the water and the sandwiches, and I'll put some money in for gas. Let's go boating. And it's just super, super hyper local, hyper focused on your clients and your past clients' needs, wants, dreams, and desires. Let's face it, everybody in today's day and age could use a little bit of love.
So, Greg, you've had something very interesting happen to you when you walked into one of your clients' houses.
Yeah, I did. Some of my first clients, absolutely amazing human beings. And I walked in, we were sitting there having a beer, kind of catching up in the kitchen. And I look up, and above their refrigerator, I see my card. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that's my card, guys. Like, it is your card. And guys, keep in mind, this is actually probably a couple of months back that I actually sent it to them. And it was still sitting there. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is that I've kept this card with my crazy face on it for years at this point, because it was so impactful. That's what I'm saying. Like, go out and be impactful in your clients' lives. And I've had a lot of people that keep these cards and they put them on the mantle, keep them somewhere safe and nice, because they want to remember the nice gesture that you did for them. And let's be honest, I mean, love, joy, light, bright, and everything else could be probably the best marketing you could ever do, because people need and they crave that right now. It doesn't matter where it's coming from.
Well, you make it about them and make them something that, something that'll make them smile. Now, our second one is to do a personalized gift. So one of the nicest things that you can do for something, for everybody who's done business with you this year, first of all, you need to send a big thank you card, a big personalized paper thank you card. Thank you for doing business with me in this very, very difficult year. And to say thank you, and then you can include a gift certificate for a massage. If they do yoga and their instructor, maybe a gift, a package of lessons for them. Or if a golf, my husband's so into golf, customized golf balls, or, a lesson with an instructor. These things are all things that you can do to say thank you, and people will be really appreciative, and they're going to remember that.
They really will, Bernice. That's a phenomenal idea. A number of years ago, I had someone give me a opportunity to work with a mixologist in regards to how to correctly make different types of drinks. Doesn't matter alcoholic or non-alcoholic. Kind of work and kind of build those. You can also give gifts of like a personal chef. Teaching you let's say you're a novice chef, and how to properly cut an onion, how to dice a tomato, how to do fill in the blank. But those are the things that nobody will ever forget about. And it's so touching, because when the individual gave me the opportunity to go work with a mixologist, I was astonished on how unique every drink was and how much work went into that. And so I'm like, oh, now I have something to talk about. And that's what really people want. They want to be able to, at the water cooler at work or on Zoom or anything else, they have something to talk about, and you can provide that experience for them.
Now, Greg, one of your strengths, of course, is video. So how would you personalize videos this holiday season to, really kind of, again, you were talking about kind of this year has been so tough to bring some light into our clients and our friends' lives.
Sure, it's actually incredibly simple and it costs you absolutely zero. What I would do is either Instagram or Facebook or LinkedIn, wherever kind of you're more prominent, right? Go in there and just do a customized, short, quick little private message to them and say, Bernice, thank you so much for getting some time to work with me this year. I really enjoyed the opportunity. You know what? I would love to bring any value or add anything I could into your life. If maybe if you're looking for anything. Hey, here's this link to this product or discount or whatever it's going to be. I just wanted to tell you, I appreciate you. I think you're a fantastic human, and have a blessed, powerful, incredible holiday season. And I will see you in 2021. And
I love that idea. Now, you had a fantastic idea that I thought was absolutely brilliant. It's, you know, every day between now and say Christmas or say December 20th is to highlight a local business. Tell me more about that. So, maybe the people who have really fantastic, decorations for their business. Maybe they're offering something special for the holidays. How would you go about doing that, Greg?
one of the easiest ways would be go down to your Chamber of Commerce, get a list from the Chamber of Commerce saying, hey, look, so I live in a city called Walnut Creek. So I go down to the Walnut Creek Chamber of Commerce and I get a list of all the different businesses. And you can do this on two different fronts. One, you can reach out to them and say, hey, Bernice, I know you own Bernice's Bakery, and you make some of the best bread in all of town. I would love to highlight you and kind of spotlight you in an upcoming post. Now, you could say yes or you could say no, but either way, you say, hey, look, if you don't want to be on video, that's fine, but can I at least use some stock photos that you have? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to tag you in Instagram and Facebook stories with your business name or your name on it. That way, all of your people will start seeing this as well and drive more business to you. But if you were to take $5 to $10, because we're always spending money somewhere on marketing, but a couple of dollars, and be able to tag them and highlight them, talk about their specials they have, talk about the lights they have, the decorations, whatever is unique about them. And the uniquely powerful thing about this is that you are not mentioned at all. It is all about Bernice's Bakery and the incredible bread that she bakes, and about her staff and about her history and about her style and everything else. Because once you get these videos made and put them into the can, you can go back to Bernice's Bakery in January or February and say, hey, Bernice, we got such a great response. Would you mind if I promoted this again for you? Now, your Instagram went from you, doing whatever you do in your life, and you're spackling in all these different businesses. And the reason why is because all these people have uniquely profound relationships with people you don't know about. And they're going to see that you're helping this business in a hard time. You're not asking for a stinking thing. You're just saying, this is Bernice's Bakery. This is the best bread in town. You've got to come try this. And it's just about give, 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 give. So.
Well, if you do this every day for the next 30 days and you put $10 to promote, to boost it on Facebook, that's $300 you spend and the time. And again, people right now, especially a lot of small businesses that are just on the verge of going out of business, that this is such an important time for them where they can get into profitability. And we don't know what's coming in 21. We hope that it's the end of 2020.
Please.
Okay, now I love this next idea. They had a competition where we live, here for Halloween, best decorated house. But I mean, people have been doing this forever and a day. Who's got the best decorations? But Greg, we talked about this. My friend Valerie Torelli dressed up as the Easter Bunny, and she had a truck, and at that time of year. And but what you could do is you could get Santa and you could get some carolers and then drive through the neighborhood. And then, Greg, you had some ideas about how to promote the yard decorating contest. What would you have done?
Well, something that's very simple and it costs nothing. You can send a couple of emails or texts or whatever out to your database and say what you're doing. Hey guys, I'm looking to put together a digital walkthrough of our community, since a lot of folks are going to be staying home this year and staying by themselves. You know what? If you are decorating the front of your home, would you be kind enough to send me a photo? Then you can also go out to neighborhood. Nextdoor. Go to Nextdoor and post your request into Nextdoor. And then get these people to send stuff to you, because what you're doing is you're really getting in interaction with the community. Now, why is this important? A couple of reasons. Because if grandma and grandpa are elderly, and of course the elderly, their grandma and grandpa, but they're going to be staying home, and they're not going to be really getting out as much as they probably would like to. This gives people the ability to see the joy, see the spirit of this season, and you can be the one providing it. And here's the cool thing. So any of your clients or next door neighbors or anybody who posts a photo of their home, highlight them in that post. So this is Bernice Ross's, this is her house, that's her decorations. Thank you, Bernice. Great front yard, right? And you can have someone edit these videos and just do a scrolling just play of everything that's going on in the neighborhood, and you can keep adding to it. It just give a lot of joy, make people proud. Hey, maybe I might go put up some Christmas lights. Who knows? I know. I don't know.
Our next idea is to put together care packages. And Greg, again, you just had so many great ideas for the show today. So you were talking about doing Groupon care packages. How does that work?
So what you guys may or may not know, Groupon, what they do is it's a great platform to help businesses get their name out there and offer a discount. What you may or may not know is that on the back end of Groupon, they will take up to 50% of the proceeds from these businesses. So they charge them on the front, they charge them on the back. So what you do is you go to the Groupon, and by the way, I've done this before. It is a 100% guaranteed yes, they will take you up on this. And what you do is you go and say, "Hi, Bernice's Bakery. I see you're on Groupon, and I see that you're offering X, Y, and Z discount or whatever it's going to be. I'm a local real estate professional with ABC Real Estate here in town, and I would love to take this and offer it out to my database, and I don't want any of your back-end profit. I just want to offer out this discount. Would that be okay with you?" 100% of the time, they're going to say yes on this, and then you put them into a booklet, and you do a digital booklet, and then you say, "Hey guys, come on over to my website, or whatever, or we'll email it to you. Here's this digital booklet of discounts for you and the family." So the consumer, aka your client, is going to save some money. The local businesses are going to get some more visibility. The local businesses are going to save money without having to split the spread on the back end. And you're going to be able to say, "Hey, look, and by the way, you can use this year round. Go get them. Just use the code word, whatever it's going to be." Like I use the code word McDaniel because my last name is McDaniel. And that way it's super simple. Everybody knows where it came from, and there's no muss, no fuss.
Well, the other thing that you do is the actual book itself. So
Yeah.
that's, these coupon books for local businesses are really powerful because people they keep them, they work. That's, pure and simple. One of the really wonderful things that you can do, and again, we're talking about helping local businesses a little bit ago, is for the businesses that you frequent, do a Yelp review.
Yeah.
And then do a testimonial on LinkedIn, on Instagram, Facebook, wherever that person is getting business. Is do a personal testimonial, do that video testimonial, because what that does is it helps them with their business. And in that, Greg, what would you say, if you were doing, say, a testimonial for your local, you've got a friend who runs a pizza place, what would you do? How would you do that for him?
So I have a guy, Drew, who owns and runs a local pizza place, and I would do something like this, and I will do this for him. I am going to do this for him. I'm going to say, "Hey, Drew, Greg McDaniel here. I just want to thank you personally for being such an amazing person, and thank you for letting me interview you and highlight your incredible business and all the wonderful things you're giving back to the community. I just want to let everyone know you are a 5 times 5 times 5 times 5 star in my personal book, and I highly recommend you guys come down and take a look at this, at the pizzas, and enjoy the front porch eating, because not only is Drew amazing, his staff is amazing, his food is incredible, and I just want to say you're awesome." So simple, just to be a human being, right?
That's like less than 1 minute. How long did it take you to do that? And then a couple minutes to post it at the most.
At the most.
Now, one of the things that so many realtors have done over the holidays is lend a helping hand. And this is something you can do throughout the year. I heard about an agent who was spending quite a bit of money on online leads and was just not getting the return he wanted. So what he decided to do is to take that money and give it to the local food bank, and that he and his daughter would go there and volunteer on Saturday afternoons.
Oh, wow.
So they did that. You know what happened, during the time that he did that? His business went up by 15%.
Just by being a good human.
Yeah, yes. When you give over here, it's going to show up probably, oftentimes in your business. This is the notion again, when you give to a giver, you get back. And I want to, elaborate on this. One of the things that we've done as coaches for many years is we've talked about, if you want to attract more business, clean your closet, clean your desk, clean the trunk of your car, get rid of the old stuff. And I tell you what, it works every time. I do a major cleaning, get rid of a bunch of stuff, and then the business comes rolling in. And I've watched this thing for over 2 decades now. And by the way, one of the things that almost everybody has clothes and things they don't need. There are a lot of families right now who were laid off during the pandemic, or their businesses are in trouble. If you have something you can spare that you're not wearing, get rid of it. So Greg, you had an interesting idea. This is something, it used to be that, if you wanted to rent the mall and you would have, one of the big Disney movies that is not available on, through Disney TV, Snow White or one of those movies. And to do that for the community, invite the kids and have goodies. Can't do that right now. We're still in the midst of COVID. What would you do?
Well, there's a couple of ideas. It really depends on where you're located in the country and kind of what your lockdown status is in your different counties. Probably the easiest thing would be to get a Zoom link. And I think you can get up to like 100 people or more on a Zoom link. And the reason why I would stream a movie through Zoom, people are probably going like, why in the heck would you do that, McDaniel? And it's because the unique factor about this is that you can have human interaction and communication in the chat log on the side. So you guys can LOL together. You can talk smack about the characters. You can, OMG, all of these different things, but just be able to have some level of communication. And at the end of it, whoever wants to stick around in the beginning and the end, you can sit there and talk about the movie, give the premise. Has anyone seen it? Who's got the popcorn? Okay, Steve, you got the popcorn? Okay, good. Nancy? Okay, she's got the sodas. Okay, guys, we ready to sit down? Who's got the gumdrops? Okay, thank you, Fred. Fred has the gumdrops. And then you guys sit down and have fun.
Well, and the other thing you can do, they have been where we live, we've got a park right next to us, and they've been having music once a month, live music. And they had in 2 different places down by the condos. They had a country western, and then they had somebody do best hits from the 60s, but they had a guy who sounded exactly like Elvis. I was out walking, I could hear this, and it's like, incredible. But again, everybody was socially distanced. It was like 75 degrees. It's gorgeous. So that's something else is you could sponsor that kind of event, holiday songs or whatever, and everybody just brings their chair. And you were talking about one of the parks, they actually painted circles where they were 6 feet apart.
Yeah, so there's a very famous park here in San Francisco called Dolores Park. It's a phenomenally fun, very strange place, but very fun place. And my girlfriend actually told me, she's like, well, Greg, they painted human parking spots. I'm like, they did what? She's like, yeah, they painted 6-foot diameter human parking spots. I'm like, I don't believe you. I went there and I saw it and they did do it. But imagine this. Why not do that? It's something that people are going to talk about. You're making sure everybody's staying healthy and within their ranges, so nobody gets sick, because we want everyone to come out of this healthy as best as they can. And it's something that maybe get some other people involved in the neighborhood. Hey guys, I want to put a movie together out here in this park, and can everybody come out here and help me paint some circles so we can get all the families down here? We all can hang out together. It's just, there's a lot of opportunities there. And again, it's all about having people talk about you in a positive way by bringing value, love, light, and joy to your community.
So one of the things they're doing here where I live, they are, we've been able to have these wonderful Thanksgiving dinners in the past, and it was just wonderful getting together with everyone. Well, this year, because again of COVID, they've gotten clearance to have people socially distanced. They're doing 2 sittings. They're going to be doing it during the day. They've got the heaters out in case it's chilly. So they're actually going to have an actual Thanksgiving dinner, and you can do tables of 4 or 2, so everybody's socially distanced. But the other thing they're doing next week is we're going to be getting, they're distributing these tiny pies. So bakeries brought, each person here where we live gets a tiny pie, and they had like some amazing things like apple cranberry, and my personal favorite was the one with the pecans and the chocolate, chocolate pecan pie. That works for me. So
Hey, that sounds amazing. You know what? This is the part that I want everyone to kind of take in on this is that what we're talking about on this show, guys, is being think out of the box a little bit. Just fill that gap where there could be some pain for another human being, and bring joy and love to them, and don't ask for anything. Just like Bernice, do you see how excited she got about the tiny pies? It's a tiny pie. I mean, that's the great part about
Single
it.
serving pie, not something I would make. And the idea here too, I mean, you could sponsor this, you could do tiny pies
Yeah.
for, again, they meet all the requirements to be separately, all the, they're set up to, they're approved by the state. So it's, it's
Mhm.
all the way it's supposed to be to keep everybody safe. Something you could do for, perhaps a memory care facility, or for some, one of the people who are in extended care. So now we have one more, last but not least, is the pet costume contest for the holidays.
So
Okay,
this
what
is
would
the
you dress Bandito up as?
so all of you guys know I have my black cat Bandito. He's probably on his 15th nap for the day. But he's my little ride or die homie. I mean, he sticks to me like glue. I don't know, I don't know what I would dress him up as. I gotta think about that. Maybe there's a funny movie, it's a Disney movie called Puss in Boots. And I would probably put little booties on him and put a little hat on him and let him walk around with a fake little like fluffy sword. That's probably what I would do.
I
He'd
could
hate
see,
it.
yeah, I could see him as a pirate. That would work. But
I-
think of the fun things, because I mean, there are a lot of people who really get into,
Big time.
dressing their pets up, all the time. But then to have a contest and just have fun with it.
Well,
So,
the thing
Greg, final takeaway for today.
So final takeaway, what I would do, guys, is go out there, like I said earlier in the show, just figure out where the gap is, where that hole is in your community. Where can you bring something that's going to be value to somebody? Is it going to be donating some clothes to a clothes bank where people can use some of the clothes you don't use? Is it, dressing your pets up and bringing smiles to the kids? Is it, providing some sort of a service somewhere? Whatever that is that resonates with you, please take action on it. Go out there. You're going to put a smile on someone's face, and you might not even know that you're doing it, but you'll impact people in a positive way. And then when that happens, then it just trickles down. Then they're going to help someone, then they help someone, then they help somebody, and just keeps going. So Bernice, that was my takeaway. And so what was your takeaway from the show?
The bottom line is the law of attraction works. When you give to others, they give back to you. So we want to wish you and yours a happy holiday season. We'll be back next week. Thanks for joining us today.